there, little shadow maniacs. Oh, you are with me live and at the scene, watching the very first operation of the secret lock. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did it move? Did it move? Did it move? Right, let's have a look at me over there doing this. You can see the lock, can't you? Hold on, you can see the lock and you can see me, can't you? Yeah, right. So, concentrate on the lock. I'll try and give you I'll stick my leg out so you can see it's me. Hold on, ready? The first operation of the lock. Probably didn't overcook it, did I? Is that going in there? Yeah. Ooh, so let's see the first operation of the lock, locking the lock. Right, so let's get it ready. It's not quite inside, but it's gonna have you're gonna have the idea. So where am I gonna put you? Right, can you see the lock there now? Yeah, let's zoom in. Yeah, let's zoom in a bit. Right, so let's see the first locking operation of the lock. Are you ready? Are you watching? Put that in. That should marry that up now. Did it work? Did it work? Oh, not quite. We want a bit more fettling and messing, don't we? A bit grinding off there, the hole making a bit bigger. But it attempted, didn't it? Did it attempt it? Yeah. There's not the movement. There's not the movement on it that I hoped. But on the span of the other end. Hold on. Let's see if we can try another shot at this. Here we are, just in case you wanted to know. The reason that, I've got buckets, loads of sacrificial sockets, so so that didn't go too deep. I put a one underneath and that's underneath, which raised it up, welded that on there, and then welded this in there. So that's how I got that on there. And obviously the bar is round and the socket is square, but all you do is you grind it into a rough square. As long as it fits in there, that's no problem. You tap it on and then you weld it on. So that's why I like this this bar's just the right size when you grind it down into a square, that it fits inside the socket. Just all it has to do is be there, you know, it doesn't have to go far or anything. As long as you've got it there, hold it whilst you weld it. And hopefully when you finish it, it becomes straight then. Yeah, if you've ground it fairly square, I mean, if you wanted to go deeper, you could make it go a little deeper if you wanted to. Whatever takes your fancy. But anyway, that's why I like using, when I'm connecting metal together, if I want to put a thread on the end of that, trying to actually weld that onto there, onto the end of a bar, and making it go straight. It looks easy, but it isn't always, and I always end up being crooked. So that's why I like these, or this way of doing things. Yeah. Anyway, we're nearly done. We're on the last stretch. We're just fertiling, just messing about now. And obviously it can move left and right whenever, but it puts it in there. You put it wherever you want, wherever you think straight is, roughly there, and then we'll just weld that up. It makes me a useful end this end and a useful end that end. I had to shorten it slightly. That's where we want it to be. We're going to put a micro switch on there, so we'll have a little bar coming out of there. We'll make a wooden stop here when it suits us. It is flowing quite nicely. We don't want it to come out too far. We haven't got a lot to play with. Shall I weld another one on there to support this so it can come out a bit further? That could be an option. Could be an option. Anyway, let's not worry about that now. There's off. There's in. It's running really smoothly. It's running quite smooth now. So let's finally get this connected up here. Should we bother cutting something off? We'll see. Let's see what happens when we pull this way slightly. Get more of a fixing, see if it alters it or changes it. But I think we're pretty much there. Weld there and then weld this onto there. I'd like some way of being able to disconnect it, but I don't think it's going to be like that. It's going to have to unscrew from there if it comes off. But anyway, let's move on to that now then. That's the last thing to do, I think, on actually making it work, and then we'll take it apart again and we'll work on each part, you know, finish welding everything up, clean it on the wire brush and finish welding and making it all back solid. We're going to keep this joint, this junction for now. We're going to keep that. The last thing we'll do when we're happy with everything is we'll connect these two back together, and we can carry on. And we're lucky. Well, the thing is, look, that did go in a bit bent, but we've got room to move. That did end up being a bit crooked, but we can fix that if we have to. Yeah, we can fix that if we have to. Let's get it out. Hold on. Fluke, or was it skill? But we chose that because that's enabled us to take that joint through there. So that's going to be all right. Yeah. So weld the end of there and finally do that and maybe straighten this up. The problem with having so much stuff is when you want something specific, a spring washer to go on the end of there. I'm convinced I've seen them. Where are they is another question. Are they on another bolt somewhere, another set somewhere? I am convinced I have seen spring washers. Pretty meaty, good big spring washers, but there's nothing here. Ooh! I know what was in there. What was in this came down here, didn't it? No, this changed shelves and down the bottom here, so nothing screaming at me at the moment. I've been through the other drawers. I've seen a jar. Do you know when you've seen something, you know you've got something because you've seen it. But you can't find it right now when you want it, and it's something I use very rarely. Very rarely. So we've got spring washers, plenty of them, but not the size I want. Is that what I was thinking of? No, I've seen nice big spring washers. I think they're black ones, you know. Yeah. We're bound to have them here somewhere. It's just finding them and hoping they're not too far buried. What have I seen? Is this the one? Are these the ones? No spring washers in there. There's a lovely fixing in here. We can steal a nice little stainless steel little fixing out of, but I can't remember where they are. I can't even remember what they look like. I'll know them when I see them. This is what I was looking for. These have got a fantastic little bolt inside them. Hold on a minute. What I've already robbed one out of. Hold on, let's get one. Let's get one. And let me show you. Hold on. In here is a fantastic little stainless steel bolt. And that's going to be the trigger for the micro switch. So sometimes you find fantastic little bolts hidden away inside just a fixing. Yeah, fantastic. If ever you see these, look closely at them. They've got a fantastic little stainless steel bolt in them. It's going to be great for what we want. So there's two sizes, a longish one and a shortish one. So if you just want a short one, you can choose the little shorter fixing over the longer fixing, and it produces two fantastic little 10mm bolts, stainless steel. Look, fantastic. I am convinced we've got spring washers somewhere. They've got to be up here somewhere on a nail. It'll just prove we've got them, then we've got to find them. So let's just first of all scan this lot, then we'd know even if they exist, because if they're on the here, they're in a jar somewhere. But I'm convinced we've got some nice big black spring washers somewhere. Obviously, I haven't got round to documenting it. We need that, don't we? We've got a job for that. Look in here then. Big black spring washers. Why do I think I've seen some somewhere? Not small, too small. Not what we're looking for. There's some odd ones in here that I haven't put on the lid yet then. I must do the lid on, must put one on the lid. They're much easier to find then, aren't they? Oops, no. No. Nope. Nope. It's going to be one of them. It's one that I haven't documented or recorded somewhere. It's in here. It's in here. Old Faithful. No. Similar, but not the same. We might bump into them little ones that we're looking for. The pots do break. I've got to put a new pot in there, broken pot. Washers, spring washers, spring washers, spring washers. Come on. Spring washers, what was in there? No. No, too small. Yeah, way too small for what I want. Oh, maybe. Oh, let's have a look. Always the way, isn't it? Always the way. You've got plenty of the stuff you don't want, but you've got none of the stuff you do want. Damn. They're not in here neither, are they? What the hell's in here? Oh, actually. Oh, have I had a thought? I think they're in here. Long forgotten drawer. They are. Oh, I knew I'd seen them somewhere. Woohoo! That. Oh, not quite the size we want. Not quite the size we want. I wonder if it'll go over the thread. Let's try that. Goes over the shaft. That's what we want. That's what we wanted. We wanted two of those. Ooh, I knew I'd seen them somewhere. They're my little shadow maniacs. Oh, you are with me live and at the scene, watching the very first operation of the secret lock. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did it move? Did it move? Did it move? Right. Let's have a look at me over there doing this. You can see the lock, can't you? Hold on. You can see the lock and you can see me, can't you? Yeah, right. So, concentrate on the lock. I'll try and give you I'll stick my leg out so you can see it's me. Hold on, ready? The first operation of the lock. Probably didn't overcook it, did I? Was I going in there? Yeah. Ooh, so let's see the first operation of the lock, locking the lock. Right, so let's get it ready. It's not quite inside, but it's going to have you're going to have the idea. So where am I going to put you? Right, can you see the lock there now? Yeah, let's zoom in. Yeah, let's zoom in a bit. Right, so let's see the first locking operation of the lock. Are you ready? Are you watching? Put that in. That should marry that up now. Did it work? Did it work? Oh, not quite. We want a bit more fettling and messing, don't we? A bit grinding off there, the hole making a bit bigger. But it attempted, didn't it? Did it attempt it? Yeah. There's not the movement. There's not the movement on it that I hoped. But on the spanner the other end. Hold on. Let's see if we can try another shot at this. You're not really going to be able to see it, but there it is locked. Look, let's withdraw the pin. Withdraw the pin is this way, so let's withdraw the pin without pulling it out. Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, come back here. The pin's withdrawn. Has it fallen out? No, so we can now close the pin. Let's close the pin. Hold on. Over here. That way means that way. That's the pin now locked. Let's go back. Let's just double check that. Let's open the pin gently. Let's open the pin gently, which means this means that way. Yeah, they are. I can feel it there. How did it go? Resistance. A bit more. Did it discoupled itself. Yeah. Because it caught on this lip there, so we don't want it to go that far. But we can put stuff in, weld washers, put a stop on. We can do all of that. Woo! I can say that the secret lock overall is complete except a bit of messing about. So we got a spanner, we got a scaffolding tube, haven't we, going through this wall, yeah, which goes through this building, which is under the bench, goes in there. Here's that scaffolding tube there, goes under the bench here, goes out through the other wall there. So it goes completely through this bench, but it doesn't foul it because it goes under the bench. It comes out here, and within that is this thread. we've done that there, haven't we? We're ready for a micro switch. We're going to put a micro switch on this as well. Lots of messing. We're going to put a stop end there so we know it won't go, so it won't fall out. Well this there, well that there. We've got the length right now and we've got the movement okay. Will we have to put a stop here? I don't know. We'll have to grind this down a little bit. We've got plenty of meat to take out of that. It's not far off, do you know what I mean? So this will go through here, look. And then we'll engage with that there. Just a case of bit of oil, bit of grinding, making it fit now. But we are there. Homemade sacrificial sockets. This bar, this one we looked for that, didn't we? What we're going to use as a strong pin. Sacrificial sockets. We wanted adjustability. Box spanner came in lovely. The end of the box spanner converted it to a socket drive, which allowed us to connect to the bar. And the bar, another socket threaded in here. Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much. We're going to put an Allen little 4mm in there. We're just using the original bolts of it, and we're spring washers. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Hopefully, hopefully. We did a washer upon a washer upon a washer to centralize this in the middle. We put a shaft and we welded it together, and we're using a spanner and nuts and bolts. This is, you know, this is to encourage you to make your own secret. You know about this one, don't you? You know about this one. You know all about my locks, don't you? All my nice secret locks. I love making them. The enjoyment I get out of making them and thinking about them. You see, this works there, doesn't it? Yeah. You know about that. And you know about this, don't you? You know about this one working. This one working that way, don't you? You know about this one working there. And you know about this spring-loaded bolts, double locked. We know about these running up into the tops of the door, which jam the door. I want to encourage you. I want you to make secret locks of thinking about it, finding the parts, making it work. You know about the big lock here. You know all about that, don't you? You have to open this to open the garage door. You know, I want you to have fun. I've had hours and hours and hours of fun thinking about making, finding, will it do, won't it do? Oh, I want you. And the bonus is, we'll keep the baddies out, won't we? Hey, the bonus is, I mean, I'm telling you about them. It's a project. But you don't need to tell me about them. Just say, yes, Reggie, I've made a secret lock. It's been a long time coming, and I absolutely had come to a stop. And thanks to Steve from On Tools, he got me going again. And we've done it all right. We've got to put the shelf in. A few more fixings, messings about with. It'll take a few weeks to test it, and all the time, don't final it off until you finaled it off, tested it, given it plenty of goes. Same as these locks. I tested them before I finally locked them in that you couldn't get to them. Yeah, I am so pleased with myself. I'm really yes, it's Heath Robinson. Yes, it's rough and crude, but it ain't. We've used what we've got, haven't we? We've used what we've got, and most of all, we've enjoyed doing it, haven't we? We've enjoyed doing it, coming up with the idea, putting them three together, welding them, correcting it by cutting the end of the bolts off, and we've thoroughly enjoyed it. And the thought of putting this on the end of the building, the thought of putting that spanner on the end of the building being the secret lock, wow.